Hi, welcome to Shift Happens. My name is Gela Stephens, and I'm here to assist you in shifting your perspective in small, medium, huge ways to help you live your best life. Perhaps you're feeling stuck or without purpose or stuck in a dead-end job. You're perhaps overweight or in a bad relationship, or even worse, you keep attracting the same type of unhealthy relationship over and over and over again. Your children and you don't really mesh or get along. No matter what the circumstances are, I promise you I've been there, and I have the tools that I can help you to get back on track and to live an unlimited life of joy and abundance and peace, prosperity. So I hope you join me in these weeks, and there'll be tasks for you to do, and of course they're optional and they're suggested readings and such, but invest in yourself. You do things that your boss tells you to do, and there's no passion there perhaps. Be passionate about your change, because I promise you everything is at your fingertips, just right within grasp. So ever since I was 10 years old, I have felt a desire to help people. My mother told me, don't be in such a hurry to grow up. And I said, I have to. And she'd be, why? I'm like, because I have to help people. So thank you for this venue, and thank you for this opportunity for me to share. I've been doing this on a one-on-one basis for my entire life. Because as I learn, I teach others. And I hope that whatever you learn during this process, you share it with other people. Because that in and of itself gives us purpose in life, to connect and bond and help somebody be a better version of themselves without judgment is truly the best gift of why we're here. So with that said, week 1, task 1, topic 1 is about your inside voices. You need to observe the inside voices in your head, because in the end of the day, it's you with you. You lay your head down at night, and you're the one that has those thoughts that pop in that you either need a distraction, so you leave the TV or the radio blaring because you don't want to even listen to your own thoughts. If you don't like you, why would anybody else like you? So the key to listening, observing, and changing, shifting your own thoughts is huge. It will change so many things in your life. So what I need you to do is get a journal, because when you know better, you do better. You might not even be aware or really conscious of how negative your thoughts are towards other people and situations, and you might play the victim, or woe is me, or I can't do anything to change this, or judging other people, including yourself. So if you learn, I call it the dog versus the master. The dog is the rah, 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 and every dog is like that. That's just what a dog is designed to do. However, a properly trained dog will protect you when somebody means you harm. They will be alert and aware when there's a threat. That's what your ego is meant for. So it is there for a reason. It can also be your companion. However, who's in charge is the question. Is your spirit in charge of your ego? Is your ego in charge of your spirit? And here's how you know. The negative thoughts are the barking dog. Ego screams, you're not good enough. You can't do it. Why even bother? Or look at that person. Ugh. Like that's the barking dog. Spirit whispers, you can do it. Maybe you should try this way. What if you go back to school? Maybe you should meet this person. Maybe you should say this kind word. If you do not learn to quiet the barking dog, you will never hear your highest and best good. And this will never steer you wrong. This outside world is a reflection of your inside world. So during this series, I will give you the tools to go within so that the outside changes. And as this happens, please share your results with other people on this venue, because we're in it together. You're not alone. That's another series altogether that I'm going to be talking about, is the difference between loneliness and being alone. They're completely different, and I'll discuss that later. But during this process, I'm going to share a lot of my journey that I've had over the years. And I'll start with one that, again, is supposed to be inspirational and not braggadocious in any way. About prosperity. I'm a massage therapist of 21 years, and I went to massage school back in 1997. And at the time, I was struggling financially. I had 2 young children, and sometimes I didn't even know where our next meal was going to come from. And my car would stall on a regular basis. At least I had a car. But it would stall on a regular basis, and I learned how to get a screwdriver, and I would touch the metal shaft of the screwdriver onto the solenoid, and it would spark, and it would miraculously start. I think that's the alternator starter. I'm not really sure. But I was in survival mode for sure. One day, on my way to massage school, I was running late, and I stalled at an intersection. There was a white truck in front of me, and I was so embarrassed. I cared what other people thought, that I have to get this car started before this light turns green, or people are going to honk at me. I'm going to be so embarrassed. So I quickly popped the hood, and I got out. What I forgot to do was put it in park. Yep, you guess what happened. I touched the solenoid, the screwdriver to the solenoid, and it started to roll forward. Luckily, I got out of the way before it sandwiched me and pinned me between the truck and my car. It was scary, and it was a close call, but we veered off to the side of the road to discuss whether or not there was any damage to the truck or me, and there wasn't. But right then and there, I made a decision. A shift happened. I decided, I'm done. I'm done struggling this much, that there's got to be a better life where you don't have to be in survival mode anymore. And I decided right then and there, I don't know how long it's going to take, but when I make it, when I write my book or make my millions or whatever it is, and that stuff's not really all that important, but anyways, when I'm not struggling to feed my family, I'm going to get a box. Wooden, glass, pillow with a gold sign engraved that says, remember when. I would stay humble, that no matter what positive stuff was in my life, I was going to remember that day when I almost ran myself over. Well, here's my screwdriver. See all the hundreds of burn marks? That's a lot of, I'm going to be stuck if I don't hurry up and start this car. This was a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of negativity in this screwdriver. Well, my daughter in 14, was turning 15, was turning 21 years old, February 2015. She was stationed in Sigonella, Sicily for the United States Navy, and she was going through a little bit of a depression herself, and she needed to pick me up. So we decided to meet in Paris for her 21st birthday. My husband had frequent flyer miles, so it only cost us $98 to fly me over to Paris. But when I was planning what to do in the activities, it dawned on me. I'm like, I might not have written my book, I might not have $1 million in the bank, but you're going to Paris for a girls' weekend, for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, coming home Monday. You're going to Paris with your daughter. You've made it. You're not struggling like you used to back then. So I commissioned my screwdriver box. When this came in after my trip, I was so happy. And ever since, it has proudly been on display on the fireplace in every home we've had since. And I will never, ever take for granted my journey. and now I'm in Sweden. This was back in Florida. And now our lives have shifted, and I'm here to meet new people and help new people, and I'm super excited to be here, and now I'm meeting you and helping you. And thank you for that opportunity, and I promise I won't let you down. And please share this with others. And as you observe your negative thoughts, the next step is to, this week, boomerang them out. If the thought goes out, I'm so fat, boomerang it back. And then you change it to, I'm getting healthier every day and I'm worth the highest and best. And then throw it out. And then, or my job sucks. Then you say, I am making strides to live my purpose, and you throw it out. You change it and change it to what you want. And I promise you the outside world will begin to reflect. And it takes time. It's a habit, and you just need practice. So we're going to get into a whole bunch of other topics throughout the week. But today, I want you to journal and observe your thoughts and practice boomeranging them so that a majority of them are positive, uplifting, and for your highest and best good. Until tomorrow, namaste.